Head coach with us, Matthew Rohrbach, and another stretch of basketball. We took a little time off. I want to say that, but you had a little break, Matthew, and now you're back at it with a tough stretch of games, starting with Dell Rapids tonight.
Yeah, we kind of needed that little break off. We had, I don't know, it was like 7 games in 11 days or something like that. So, it sometimes you forget that these kids are high schoolers.
Yeah.
And they go to school and they still have things going on in their life. So yeah, it was nice to get a break and kind of refresh and refocus and get ready for this week and next week.
I saw the game the other night. I believe was it North Central, Harriet 7-1?
Yeah.
Where it was Northwestern, I think.
Yep.
Joey, whatever it was, Joey's back. He was really ailing that night. And then you were arresting a few guys. So let's talk about injuries. What happened? Who was injured a little bit, and where are we at starting tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Connor's been a little bit banged up, since the first game of the year with his ankle. And so, he had logged a lot of minutes in that stretch playing White River and Waubay. And he just kind of needed a couple weeks off for that ankle. And so we didn't play him against North Central. He was a full go against Northwestern and a full go today. But just kind of, a little bit of load management, I guess, just for his ankle because it's pretty serious. And, he really hasn't struggled with it all year. And then, Joey, he's been a tough one. I feel bad for him because he's put in so much work, but unfortunately he just he has back spasms. And sometimes he doesn't know if it's going to lock up right before the game or during the game or, when he's sitting in class. And so he's just something that we've had to kind of deal with and work with all year through practices and stuff like that. And
I got you.
That's just something we're going to have to deal with.
So it's not actual. He tweaked something. That's normal because that night he was, you could tell he was ailing, but he didn't come out. And I was like, wow, that's odd. So he was just trying to work through it then.
Yeah, I mean, he's a warrior, and he obviously wants to play and he wants to contribute to the squad. And so, some of our emotions maybe got the best of us Thursday night because it's frustrating when you see a teammate maybe go down. So he didn't even hop out for warm-ups. And he's sitting in the locker room trying to get loose and stuff like that. And so I think that definitely has something to do with maybe just kind of with our psyche. But that's something that happens with sports, and he's a great teammate, and we all rally around him and want what's best for him.
Is he a go tonight or not?
Again, it's one of those things where we all hope he's a go.
Okay.
But sometimes, I mean, just like the Northwestern game, it locked up literally a minute before warm-ups, and so we just don't know what's going to happen.
Question mark, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's always going to be a question mark probably for the rest of the year and even into next year, unfortunately.
Okay.
So it's just something we have to deal with, and next man up.
Everybody else healthy? The starters haven't had anything go wrong here on that, have we?
No, we've been pretty fortunate, especially with that long stretch and logging a lot of minutes. But everybody is healthy and still focused and hungry and ready. And we know that 14-0 is great, but we still got 11 games hopefully left to, try to win out and get this thing done.
Well, Dell Rapids tonight, Ipswich, Roncalli, Hamlin. That's all in the next week. This Dell Rapids Club Class A, of course, they got a couple of players I see that combined for 45 or 50 the other night. Tell me about those guys.
They're a quality team, and it's funny. I believe they have 8 seniors, which is wild. Most people think we're crazy for having 6, and they have 8.
Wow.
And, they're a well-coached ball club. I remember watching Ty Hogan a little bit at DWU. He was Mr. Basketball, and so they definitely have talent on their coaching staff as well as in their players. But, I know that Henry kid is good, and then the Pankinen kid is good.
Yep.
But I think they're a complete basketball team. I mean, they like I said, they play 8 seniors. And in some ways, I almost feel bad for a couple of those kids on the bench because if they were anywhere else, they'd be getting a lot more minutes. But when you're stuck in front of some good players, it's tough to get minutes for everybody. And I'm sure Mr. Hoagland understands that as well as I do. You got some kids who maybe deserve more minutes, but shoot, it's hard.
Yeah.
You got such a good starting 5 or whatever. So, they have our respect. We know they're a quality ball club, and frankly, I think, I know they're receiving votes right now, but I'd be surprised if they didn't end up in the polls by the end of the year. And so they're going to be a force to be reckoned with at the State A tournament, no doubt about it.
A couple of losses I mean, they hey, look at their schedule. They could be undefeated just like you right now. It's that close. A bucket here, a bucket there.
They could. I mean, Sioux Falls Christian and Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two games that we watched heavily. Yeah, I mean, they could easily be, top 5, top 3 undefeated. But sometimes basketball doesn't work like that. I think both the games they only lost by one.
One or 2 points, right? Yep.
Yeah. And so they're a quality ball club, and Sioux Falls Christian is obviously quality. Madison is quality. So, they play a little bit more different teams than we do. Obviously, being from down there.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, we're excited for the challenge today, and we're excited we got to play this one after it got postponed.
Right, this postponed game. What do you anticipate he's going to try to do to take away what you can do tonight?
It's hard to anticipate, I guess, what a coach sees. We've always wondered, what does a coach see when they look at our team? Who are they scouting for? But we try to pride ourselves in being able to win any basketball game, as we've talked about, early since this year. So Malik Weaker really turned into a point guard Thursday night. Shot wasn't falling a little bit and came out with a ridiculous stat line of 10, 9, and 9.
Wow.
And so, and that's just quality. That's just him understanding that, maybe it's not my time to score, and I'm going to play point guard tonight. And so just huge credit to him for doing that. And Ethan Russell he was dominant defensively Thursday. He had 5 blocks, 10 rebounds and 19 points. And so, but then you throw in guys like Jackson Isaacson, who was 19, and obviously he's not a throw-in. We all know how good of a player he is, but the contributions we get from Connor and Andrew Brennan and Joey Johnson, if he's healthy, and of course, Caden Clark. I mean, those guys can, have 10 to 12 points any given night. And so whatever they throw at us, we're going to be ready for it. And I know everybody on the squad is going to want to play. And so that makes it easy for me to coach because I don't have people out there scared to play.
Yeah, you answered it perfectly. And the answer, if you're reading into it, if you're listening, the answer is we have so many players. They're experienced. We'll adjust to whatever happens. I got you? Yeah. I understand. I get it, man.
Yeah, and that's that's obviously a luxury. Not everybody can maybe go into that, but I tell the guys I don't want you over prepared because we're not here. We have respect for Dell Rapids, of course, but we also believe that we're a great team, and to be a great team, you can't look at your opponent like they're Goliath. We look at everybody like. There's going to be certain game plans for certain teams, but we need to focus on ourselves and play our best basketball. Because if we don't think we're the better team, then it's going to show by the way we play and our effort and stuff like that. And
I love it.
We have the respect of Dell Rapids, or they have our respect, but, we're certainly not going to go into the game thinking, this is a Class A school. We're lucky to win. We're expecting to go and win, and that's how we're going to play.
I love the response, Coach. Absolutely. And I 100% agree with you. So, let's go do it again tonight, and what is it, 15 if we win? It doesn't matter, but let's go get another win.
Yeah. I believe it's 15, but we're just trying to take it one game at a time, and whatever the record is at the end of the year won't matter if we don't win that last game in the state championship. So
that is correct. Good luck, Coach. Have a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the Civic Arena. Rob Waltman, Dave Palmer, Talma G-Conger producing here today, and we're ready for basketball. Dell Rapids in town, 12-2 out of Class A. The undefeated, number 1 rated Christian Knights here, looking for 15 wins in a row, Dave.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I know it's a school record, and they're not talking about it because they just wanted to keep building. They
just keep rolling. Yeah. Well, we're going to go to the starting lineups here in a moment. First, let's go courtside, national anthem here, and we'll listen in.
We pray for safe travels back, help us with our attitudes, and Lord, we just lift up these young men to you. We pray for no injuries. We thank you, Jesus, for loving us. We thank you for dying on the cross for our sins, so we can have life. We pray this in your name, everybody said.
Please remain standing for our national anthem as we honor the flag of our nation. Operatic, please remove all headgear, stand at attention, facing the flag. Placing your hand over your heart. Active duty members and veterans of the military may salute the flag. Today's national anthem will be presented today by Harmon Christian's Brass Group.
ready for action. Rob and Dave, and mini producer is playing basketball today, so he's off.
Believe it. Yeah. This is the biggest game of the year. I mean,
is.
Well, I shouldn't say the biggest game of the year. This will be an exciting basketball game.
Well, maybe
It's too
their
bad it's
toughest
not here.
test, Dave.
Yeah.
You know, this very long team. Look at the roster. They have some size, don't they?
They match up really well with us. Usually we have an advantage in length, and I don't think we'll have that today.
6'4", 6'3", 6'8", 6'6", their roster shows, as the Warriors could easily, Dave, be undefeated as well. There's only 2 undefeateds left in Class A, Dakota Valley and Hot Springs. This club, a couple of buckets away from being undefeated.
Yeah, they are, and they got a chance to take Dakota Valley out. They play them, I see, towards the end of the year, so be interesting to see how they match up with them. You know, the Warriors have been in the state tournament, I think, 3 of the last 4 years. Missed last year, and I think they're hungry to get back.
They're introducing the Warriors now. Tayden, that's how we're going to say it, Dave. T-J-A-D-E-N. I think they said Tayden. Okay.
That's my fault if we say it wrong. I should have got
Yeah.
that. I went and got the lineup, and I forgot. I didn't check that name.
Well, let's go with that, and let's go to the starting lineups as we await the Christian Knights here. 12-2 coming in. The head coach, Ty Skoglund. He is a first-year head coach, Dave. He's one of the leading scorers in Dell Rapids history, about 1,500 points.
Yeah, something like that, 1,500 points. And you know, I think his dad was the coach when he was there years ago. And so he's familiar with the program and familiar with the town. And I mean, they got to be excited to have an alumni come back, which is super cool when you look at first-year head coach. That's what we have here at Aberdeen Christian.
Absolutely.
You know, our leading scorer in Matt Rohrbach in career history and first-year head coach. So that's kind of cool.
See how they started off here. Braden Pankinen, a senior at 5'10". Tad Tayden, a 6'6" sophomore. Jack Henry, a junior at 6'3". Camden Justice, a 6'4" senior. And Rhett Cloth, a transfer from Garrettson, a junior at 6'8". So look at that length there. They come in 12-2. And, of course, the Christian Knights started the same way they have, as always. Malik Weaker, Ethan Russell, Caden Clark, Andrew Brennan, and Jackson Isaacson. 14-0, the number 1 team in Class B against a Class A team receiving votes. This was a postponed game that we're slipping in here on a Saturday afternoon. And another tough run, Dave. The next week features really, really good teams on the schedule starting tonight.
We're in the heart of it here right now.
Welcome to the Civic Arena. Rob Waltman, Dave Palmer. Here we go as Weaker has the tip. And Jackson sets it above the circle. Man for man, Dave.
You bet. I bet you the Knights are going to enjoy playing against a quality man team. They've been seeing, you know, the night at Northwestern saw all kinds of different junk defenses and zones and things that make it tough, or things you don't normally practice against.
There's a slip by Ethan. Caden missed the first one, got it back, found Ethan cutting to the rack.
Yeah, I was talking a little much there. Caden with really a nice setup, but a nice cut by Ethan Russell.
Here's our first look at Jack Henry. Drives it down to the baseline, now throws it up to Justice. There's Pankinen now with the basketball. He and Henry combined for about 50 the other night in a win. And now Pankinen shoots the 3. It's long, no good. Backside Tayden with the rebound, kept alive. A 3 by Justice off the mark. Jackson cleans it up.
First couple threes off the mark. Sometimes teams come into the Civic Arena, this big open place, and they shoot the ball well. And sometimes teams will come in and they're not used to that open background, and it can be tough.
It can be tough, you know.
We'll see how the Warriors adapt here.
Some rims, there's a background, and you like
Yep.
it. Some, it's wide open like this. It can be very hard to adjust to if you haven't shot here a lot of times. So missed 3 there by Ethan Russell, and here comes Dell Rapids looking for their first points. Down 2-0. Here as we stream on hubcityradio.com. We'll also put on the television, the ST Scores streaming on the bottom part of your television. Jump shot good by Jack Henry, the 6'3" junior.
Really a nice pull-up. Shot it at the top of his jump. Nice form, nice extension.
Brennan will attack the length here of the Warriors in their second or third possession here, just early on here at the Civic Arena. Malik around a screen, going to launch for 3, going to come up short. Rebounded underneath by Cloth.
I think Knights like to get Malik going a lot of times and set him up on a nice shot, just didn't knock it down.
See one fall through early, right? Drive, baseline, pull-up jumper going to be short by Henry, and Caden Clark picks it up to 2 apiece here at the arena to start it off. Big man coming down, swatted from behind by Pankinen,
Nice
picked
find.
up by Russell and put in by Clark.
Boy, a nice assist by Malik Weaker. The other night at Millette, he really went to town as the point guard. I think he had 9 assists. And we watched that game twice trying to find a 10th assist for him, but we couldn't find it. He had 9.
And Malik Weaker closed in on a triple-double as well. Justice sneaks
That's
inside.
what I meant. Malik, if I
You
said
meant
that
Malik.
wrong. Yeah,
you said Caden.
Yeah, Malik.
Yeah.
Malik had 9 assists. And
Something like 10, 9, and 9,
yeah,
right?
just right there, just a couple of plays away from a triple-double.
4-2, Christian with the lead. First bucket there by the Dell Rapid Couriers. Malik, right baseline, bouncing, looking for an open man. It's Brennan. He'll cast for 3, short, and the rebound plucked out by Pankinen. So the Couriers try to tie here, hopping inside Henry. Open man baseline, Justice, a 3 for the lead. Good.
And a steal and a layup.
And was that Henry?
Yes.
7-4, Dell Rapids with the lead.
5-point swing right there in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Well, they've gotten a few good looks here, Dave, from the perimeter. Can't get one to fall.
Nope.
Yep. Ethan had a look, Malik had a look, and Brennan had a look. Am I right? Now Malik's mid-range, no good. Rebound picked up underneath by Pankinen. And an early lead for the Couriers. Pankinen's just 5'10". He doesn't look that tall, does he?
No, he is not a big guy. He's, I believe, 1,000-point scorer for him, though.
Yep, that's what we have on our notes. He has scored over 1,000. Pankinen with the basketball working on Isaacson. And a whistle Jackson with a body bump. Maybe everybody's so lengthy out there, the 5'10". Pankinen
I think that's it.
It doesn't look like he's 5'10", does he?
He's probably very normal, just a lot of length out there.
In comes Furman, in comes Joey Johnson. How's the back, Dave? Joey's been battling that.
He's been struggling with it. He'll look really good, and then it tightens up on him, and that's how it was the other night. He was really off and on.
Pankinen has it, swings it over to Justice. In the paint
There's
they
a
go. Stole away by Mr. Defense, Connor Furman. Here he comes, feeding Weaker, and he traveled. Wow, he should have just taken the shot. Yeah, I'm sure he wants that one back, right?
That's one of those that as he gets more strength, he's just going to go jam that thing someday.
Yeah.
He's not going to look to pass.
No, very big, solid kid, a sophomore, 6'5", and he's matched up with Pankinen right now on defense. Justice above the circle, picked up by Weaker. Now to Taydin. Jump shot, nice by Henry. Pull up, no, rebounding foul. And in the mix is Joey, who's going to get this one.
I think it's on Joey.
Tangled up with Cloth underneath. It will be Joey's first.
You know, when you go against guys who are bigger than you, you want to make contact and know where they're at and seal them, and that was just too much contact.
Inbounds, Dell Rapids 7-4 here at the arena. Dell Rapids the lead, the basketball. Pankinen resets it, fires way downtown.
Outside,
wow,
yeah.
he just was not gun shy there. Shot it over the big man.
I was starting to wonder if I misheard that, him being a 1,000-point scorer, but somebody who's willing to take that shot is obviously a scorer.
Obviously is an offensive threat. Malik goes baseline, gets it back, wants to drive again.
All the
There
way
it
to the
is.
rim.
Oh, it spins in.
You know, the old Malik Weaker would have popped that 3
Yes.
over a 6'8" guy and been thinking about it. The new Malik Weaker took it right to the rack and scored.
He's got a lot of layups in the last 3 weeks, hasn't he?
He has.
On his way to Jamestown. There's a give and go down the lane and a whistle. And also on their way to Jamestown, we've been told, is Pankinen, right?
Yes.
With Malik and Spencer Barr of Aberdeen Central. So it'll be Dell Rapids ball. Caden Clark comes in, and Luke Randall, more size off the bench, Dave. 6'5",
That's
senior. Yeah. Kind of like the Christian Knights. They have length. Pankinen picked up again by Russell or Connor Furman. 6'5" on 5'10". Furman forcing him way out. Shot clock 22. Patiently, the Couriers set it up. Being very patient on their offense here. Inside, Weaker. Pick off the pass.
Knights really haven't got hurt inside yet by this length, but it's real early yet.
Weaker goes Furman, has a lane. He lost it. 2 opportunities for Connor here early that go out of bounds and traveling. Second guy off the bench is Chase Jones, a senior, a 6-footer for Dell Rapids.
You know, remember back in our day, Rob, in the 80s when we'd play Mobridge and they were so big, 6'5", 6'6", and then the first guy off the bench would be 6'5" or 6'6", and we just said, how can that be? You know, that's what this team reminds me of. There's a lot of length.
No doubt. Backdoor cut, pass off the feet of Ethan Russell from the newcomer Randall underneath. The Couriers have it. 2:13 to go here in the first quarter, 7-6. And Aberdeen Christian, 2 or 3 possessions, no points early on. 14-0 coming in, number 1 Class B, all the votes for the Knights. Pankinen crossing over. No shot there. Gives it up to Henry. He's a very athletic kid. Drives to the rim, bounces it in. Wow.
He is. He's an athlete.
4 points for Henry. Malik driving and Henry in the way. Almost a steal and a whistle and a reach in. And it looks like Chase Jones for Dell Rapids getting the foul.
I've got a cousin that lives down in Dell Rapids, and he was telling me what a good athlete Henry is, that he was their starting quarterback, great baseball player. And
Jack of all trades.
It doesn't surprise me at all.
Ethan, and one.
Just like we've been seeing all year long, the Knights tend to steal points on the inbounds plays. They'll really set you up and find a guy for a bunny a lot of times. Just steal it right there. They just stole a bucket and get a chance for a 3-point play.
Time to a chance to tie the game here at 9 apiece. Under 2 minutes to go. 3 weeks and days we will be into regional play, Dave.
It's coming. It's coming. Like 2 weeks ago, we were 5-6 games in, and then all of a sudden we made up all those games, and here we are.
So Russell has 5 of the 9. We're tied. Baseline 3, Justice missed everything. Weaker backside with the basketball. Looking for the lead.
Well, Caden and Malik just overpowered that guy down there with their strength. They just went in and took it away.
Bounce it to Clark. High block out of the paint. Right side. Malik cutting baseline. Clark facing up now. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles. Goes down. Leans inside. Bounces it off the window and in. Wow.
Just power dribbled in twice. Got what he wanted and made it. Really a nice post play.
Very nice. 4 points for Caden and the lead with the Christian Knights. 11-9. High screen set. Pankinen driving, attacking. Throws it out for Henry for 3. Got it. Henry filling up the card. The first 3 for him tonight. Now Russell baseline. He was bumped out of bounds in the foul by Dell Rapids.
Well, I just love the basketball we're seeing. It's your best man against my best man. And if we don't get that, we're going to go to somebody else, and it's just going to break guys down in the one-on-one. It's really nice, fun basketball to watch.
Tayden checks in. Cloth checks in. 2 of the starters back for Dell Rapids. Malik triggering underneath. Here is the arena. Jackson cutting. Oh, nice block there upstairs. That was Jack Henry blocking the basketball. Pankinen out running with a 3-on-2. Pulls for 3, in and out, no good. Malik taps the rebound. Right there, going for a dunk was Rhett Cloth, and he'll be fouled going in. The big man at 6'8" was going to stuff that one down with 2 hands.
I think he blocked Jackson's shot on the other end. The Knights ran a nice play, had a wide open shot, and you're not open when there's a big man like that.
He's long, too. Look at that. He is listed at 6'8", and, yeah, he's very athletic, too. Looks like he's looking at his left hand. He got it tangled up on the net there. He may have.
There's a lot of contact on that play, too.
Missed them both. Oh, no. Clean up underneath. No.
Wow.
The shot by Jones rolls off, and Jackson Isaacson comes out of there with it.
Both teams are fortunate there.
1 point deficit for the Knights, 35 seconds. Get a 2-for-1 here, Dave, or do they play it down quickly?
Yeah,
they're going to wait now.
They're too late now. They would have needed to do that on the real quick.
Weaker, 12 on the shot clock. Free throw line to the rim, scores. Wow.
What do you do against somebody who's left-handed that can shoot a shot like that? I mean, it's
hard to defend.
It's different if you're a right-handed player. That's just a tough shot.
Pankinen has 7 seconds. He's at midcourt, drives around Brennan, and Brennan with the reach-in. That'll stop the clock with 5 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Pankinen hasn't scored yet, has he?
He has not.
Yeah, you can see he's kind of an offense-first guy, and he's got to be a little frustrated here. Points have been hard to come by, and that's the Knights' defense. They can take you out.
Inbounds comes. Henry going to drive baseline. He stepped out of bounds. 2
Knights
seconds
will get the last
to
shot.
go. Yeah, well. So Pankinen is being defended by Furman, and now it's Andrew Brennan on him. 2 seconds here. Let's see if they can get a decent shot away. Into Russell at midcourt. He'll have a chance. Sets. Too late. It would have counted. It would have counted. He was just a moment too late. So after one, Dave, here we are at the arena. We got a battle on our hands today.
That's what we want to see. That's what we came to see.
Knights 13, Dell Rapids 12. Streaming on Hub City Radio. We start the second, and after one, Aberdeen Christian, a 1-point lead here at the arena, 13-12. Pankinen picked up now. Andrew Brennan, the assignment, as Furman is out. Starters are back in. Weaving out top. Henry has it right side. To Justice, now to Pankinen. Good defense, but he goes around Brennan, sneaks by Caden Clark, pops it in, and it comes out. No.
That was a tough shot, but he had it down in.
Yep.
You know, the difference in that first quarter, besides the 1-point score, is the Knights do have 6 fouls. And so they've played great defense, but picked up a couple of fouls that you don't want to have.
Isaacson, right corner, and he will be fouled for 3 shots here, Dave.
And Jackson has been shooting the 3-ball well. The other night at Millette, he hit a couple of big ones.
19 points that night,
Kind
right?
of let us all know it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Great shooter. Want him to get hot here as we go down the stretch.
First points for Jackson in the form of a free throw and a 1-point lead, now 2, and a chance at 3 and 4, but he misses the second. So Dave, this run, we'll talk about this a little bit. We're at a 14-game win streak this year, 15 going back to last year in the last game of the State B. Jackson gets 2 of 3. And I have some numbers that'll intrigue you here the next time we get a chance here about what this team is doing right now in front of us and has a chance to do. High block, Cloth gives to Pankinen. Shots are hard to come by. Sneaks inside, out to Henry. 4-3, missed everything.
Missed it badly, and he knew it.
Oh, got his own rebound, put it back. Short, rebounded Caden Clark. Somebody did not box him out, Dave.
No, he was following that shot.
He knew it was bad right away.
He knew it was way off. And credit to Clark to nice spin move.
Ethan goes baseline. Good defense underneath by Rhett Cloth to take it away. Got a little too far into the basket. 15-12 Knights. Pankinen again working for shots. To Henry, into Cloth. He'll shoot short, stiff-armed it.
That's the first time they've really set him up point blank.
It is.
And he missed the shot.
Ethan had a break he wanted to develop, and Pankinen punched it away out of bounds. Who gave the permission for Ethan to cut the locks?
I don't know, but I like it. You know, I proclaimed Caden Clark with the best haircut, a few games ago. And
you see, you like that, and that's okay. I'm okay with it. I like the locks on Ethan. Yeah. Here he is for 3. That's going to be good.
Ethan Russell for a big 3 from way outside.
Wow.
Nice setup.
7 points for Ethan.
You know, I want to talk about that 3 a little bit when we get a chance. In fact, maybe right now.
Yes.
The Knights run. They run intentionally get Ethan on go. It's called a go screen, where it looks like he's going to come and pick and roll, pick and pop. He shows screen, and it's a ghost. It's not there. and he retreats quickly to a shooting position and knocks that 3 down. We've seen that a lot, and that's not a hard. That's not an easy play to do. It's really a difficult play footwork-wise, and he makes that look so easy.
Joey Johnson in, Ethan Russell out, Connor Furman is in. Malik has it, trying to feed inside to Furman, knocked away, taken away by Dell Rapids. A 6-point lead, the biggest here for the Knights. Dell Rapids had not scored. They've left 2 or 3 short under the rim. The recent possessions, Pankinen way downtown, a 3, good, wow.
I think he's a scorer. He's a scorer.
First bucket for Pankinen.
Been frustrated, hasn't been able to get a shot like he's used to, I think. And
apparently range is no problem. Joey Johnson for 3. High arcer, no. And numbers here for Dell Rapids. Jack Henry, nobody blocked him out.
Kind of a bad shot. If you don't make that shot, that ends up being a bad shot because you got everybody in motion under the hoop, and if it don't go in, that's what happens. You're going to give up a layup on the other end.
Timeout, Matthew Rohrbach. 1-point Christian lead, streaming on HubCityRadio.com. Back to action. Joey Johnson stays. Connor Furman stays with Ethan back in. Caden Clark and Malik Weaker. Jack Henry has 9 of the 17 for Dell Rapids. Malik driving, feeding on a no-look inside, swatted away by Dell Rapids and taken back by Pankinen. And a chance for the lead here for Dell Rapids midway through the second quarter. Oh my goodness, Dave, way downtown. Pankinen is shooting that from how far?
That's past that red line. That was between that white volleyball line and the red line. That is
the third one.
That's a 27
or
28 footer.
Hook shot in the lane by Caden, won't go. 27, 28 feet. And here he is again. Ethan reaching, no.
Dumb foul.
Nope. Well, that's the 7th, Dave, as you talked about. We're going to shoot free throws now with 4:30 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, and how things can change quickly. The Knights are up 6 with the ball, missed an opportunity, and
5 straight.
Just in a couple of possessions here, you can be behind just like that.
This nightclub, Dave, 14 straight, 15 back to the State B. Last year, 13 in a row. The COVID year, Andrew, 14 in a row. And before that year of Andrew Rohrbach in the run to the B, they won 11 in a row. This win today would be the longest streak in the run at 15. 16 dating back to last year.
Yep. Yeah, I've heard that. I know when they first broke it, I was going to say something, and the kids didn't really want to talk about it. They said they want to talk about it when it's over.
When it's over, right.
Or when the season's over. We don't want to lose a game. We want it to keep going.
Malik Weaker has a lane, drives and dishes.
Nice
cutting his firm, and he missed the shot and rebounded underneath by Rhett Cloth of Dell Rapids. They have the lead. 1-point advantage after 2 Pankinen free throws.
I think Cloth's length is making the guys think and causing some misses.
Had the good pass there, lost it. Baseline jumper no good by Justice, rebounded by Weaker.
Christian's definitely keeping the Dell Rapids from shooting the ball like they're used to. I think they're kind of struggling shooting, and Christian same way. They're a little intimidated inside by their length, and neither team is shooting well in the paint.
There was that length Malik drove into to Cloth, causing problems, and the ball out of bounds to Christian. Luke Randall will check in, and Cloth will check out.
Any of the 15 previous to that, Malik would have laid that off the glass and not have thought a thing about it.
Right.
Instead, he's going up against a 6'8" kid and changed his shot.
Ethan driving into a double, fading in the left corner, no good. Rebound out of bounds to Christian again.
Kind of a big possession for Christian right here. They've gone a little while. They were leading 18-12 on a 7-0 run here by the Coyers, and points have been hard to get here in the last couple 3 minutes.
Inbounds to Jackson. Back to Weaker, trying to get that shot in the right corner. Won't go. Pankinen closing quickly. Weaker will dribble it out now, crossing over left to right between the legs, now above the circle, feeding off with the left hand to Isaacson. He slashes to the rim, all the way baseline, and lays it up with a finger roll.
Boy, if the first option's not there, the second option not there, Jackson Isaacson is about as good a third option as anybody's got in the state.
First
He's
bucket.
a first option, but he ends up being the third
Isn't that
option a lot of
crazy?
times. What a nice drive.
Beautiful. Justice
Knocked it-
driving.
oh.
Caden with the reach in. So, free throws, Dave, again.
I think they're going to end up calling that on Connor.
Well, we have.
But it is free throws.
It is free throws the rest of the quarter. 3 minutes and change left here, and that could play a difference in our first half score here for sure. Oh, it's Justice. He has 5. The 6'4" senior. 1-1, got it.
Boy, Henry really carried the load and got him going, and it's been spread out here lately for the Warriors.
Ties the game at 20. And the lead at 1 for Dell Rapids. 21-23 minutes to go. First half. Malik patiently coming down. What will they run here? Here's Furman. Gives it back. Looking for Ethan, cutting baseline, not there. Malik goes right into the corner. Back to Ethan, shot not there. Back to Weaker, 14. Now he'll rise up for 3. Badly missed, and the rebound by Cloth. Henry back. Haven't heard much of him lately, like you said. He got him going. He's been quiet here. Gives it off to Pankinen. To Cloth, back to Pankinen.
Nice
Give and
play.
go. Into a double, shoots off the window, got his own rebound, goes up strong, and fouled and won.
Just won that battle with his size. Missed a shot he could have made, and just superior size won that battle. Stuck with it and finished it.
Causing a lot of problems, Dave, as we mentioned. His first bucket, though, but he is causing problems, isn't he?
He is. Definitely affecting the play in the paint on the offensive end for the Knights. You know, I always played post, and the best thing that could happen was when the other team's big guys blocked your shot, because then you had them. They thought, you know, then it made you go do something else.
Yep.
and be a little craftier. And that guy thought, I can block your shot anytime I want, and he can't.
Here's Weaker probing baseline out to Isaacson, trying to get his second 3. Deep in the right corner, no good. Pankinen the rebound. Or that's Will Jaden now, a senior at 5'10", in for Dell Rapids for the first time. Pankinen has it out top. Brennan defending now. High screen set there. Pankinen comes, top of the key, fires again from 25 and knocks in another one.
That was just on the other side of that red line, whatever that distance is, 6 feet behind the three-point line.
Joey, baseline, muscling in, has to throw it back out to Brendan. We'll have to get a tape out and go at half court and measure here at halftime. My goodness, he is in deep water here this afternoon.
Warriors are their D has really affected the Knights shooting here.
Weaker tries to answer, and he does. Malik with his first 3 of the ball game, and the Knights still trail by 3 points. 1:10 to go in the second quarter. Pankinen, you have to guard him at mid-court, apparently it seems. And here he's body bumped out top. More free throws again, Dave.
They are. Their last 2 or 3 possessions, they've gone pick and roll with the big guy and Pankinen out front, and they've got productive plays out of it. Cloth had that bucket previous, and Pankinen hit a 3, and that's kind of what they've gone to.
Couple of threes, couple of free throws, and another one for Pankinen. He has 9, working on double digits. Furman in, Ethan Russell in, Caden and Joey out, and a 4-point lead here for Dell Rapids. Lefty fires and hits them both. 10 points for Pankinen. Ahead to Isaacson. Well, wow.
Nice drive. We shouldn't be surprised by what he's doing, but he just keeps doing it.
He knew he was going layup 30 feet away, it appeared. Nobody was going to stop him.
You know, here's the pick and roll again out front.
Here's Pankinen trying to get another shot away. Goes between defenders, rifles inside, and a teardrop by Pankinen.
Really a nice shot.
30-25. Dell Rapids Great play there, and a 5-point deficit. Jackson again. They can play it here for the last shot. As Isaacson has it above the circle, Henry defending. Good matchup there of athletes. Wow.
You know, I don't know if that was an adjustment the Couriers have gone to with that pick and roll, but it's been really good for them here this last quarter.
9 seconds, weaving out top. Weaker trying to get free for a shot. 5 and 4. Jackson just muscles his way to the rim, and he'll get to the free throw line. Well, it broke down out top, and Jackson took it down the lane.
He did. That's been their offense here this last half of this quarter. Weaker with that big three, but Jackson penetrating to the rim has been their offense.
2 shots. No. 4 points, 6 points for Jackson. 8 for Ethan Russell. 7 for Malik and 4 for Caden Clark.
Oh, missed them both.
Uh-oh, Pankinen. He's in range, Dave. He lets it go 70 feet. And it comes up short, so we got a good one here this afternoon.
We do. This is what we expected it to be, a 1-2 possession game the whole way.
30-25 at halftime. We'll pause. Dell Rapids out in front here from Hub City Radio as we stream this afternoon from the Civic Arena. Third quarter ready to go. Rob Waltman, Dave Palmer in the Civic Arena, and the most formidable contest the Knights have had to date this year. It is a 30-25 Dell Rapids lead, Dave, here, and we have the ball to start it off.
You bet. That Couriers really went on a nice run that last half of the second quarter and went from down 4, down 6 to a lead here.
Length and size causing problems. Again, a steal there as Brennan tried to penetrate and probe inside. There was Cloth to cause the errant pass, and Dale Rapids has it again. Now Pankinen, we measured a little bit. He's out there at 28, 29 feet shooting those couple of threes, right?
We did. We did it the farmer method just by guesstimating, and it's at 29, 30 foot there. That last three he made.
Couple of them. He's pulled the trigger 3 times from that range. And he has a couple of threes. So Jack Henry shoots and comes up short. Malik Weaker wants to push it. Here he comes. Ethan on his left. He throws it to him, goes reverse, and gets to the foul line.
It's too bad he couldn't have finished that.
Yep, needed it.
Nice break by the Knights, though. 3-on-1, and got right to the rim and got a good look.
Pankinen and Henry causing the damage. 12 from Pankinen, 9 from Henry. 4 Knights have scored here this afternoon. Russell with 8 and missed the free throw. They've clanked a few today, Dave.
Yeah, they missed their last 3. That's unfortunate.
Missed another one. Boy, we hope we don't come down and back and count these free throws at the end of this one.
Yeah, we're in a kind of game where every possession really matters, and you hate to miss your free throws.
Brennan still on Pankinen. He started defensively on him, has him again. Now Henry back up to Pankinen. He'll shoot at that red line and beyond. Drives in now. Mid-range from 18. Got it. Goodness. 7,
nice.
The biggest lead.
Just a nice looking shot. Kind of shoots it out in front of him. I would think you could get a hand up on that, but they've been able to get it off.
Caden trying to work on Cloth. Little hook shot. No. Partially blocked. Picked up by Pankinen. Huge defensive stop here for the Knights early in the third quarter. Pankinen fires again. This one from 22. And the kid is on fire. His third 3.
Boy, that takes it right up to a 10-point lead, too.
Here comes Brennan out to Russell. Jackson triggering a 3. Got it. Nice shot by Jackson Isaacson.
He's just got ice in his veins.
And they needed that badly.
They did.
Timeout on the court by Matthew Rohrbach. 35-28, 2 minutes into the third, streaming on Hub City Radio. The three by Jackson. He has 9 points to lead the way here for the Aberdeen Christian Knights. They have 3 threes. Pankinen has 3 of his own for Dell Rapids with a 35-28 lead. Cloth out in the perimeter. Right corner, feeds it back up to Pankinen. Now Connor defending him.
You know, what's amazing is we were questioning if he really was a 1,000-point scorer or what, and he's changed all of our minds.
Certainly. Shot no good. And Henry misses it. Rebounded for Aberdeen Christian. Down by 7. Ellis Russell checking in out of the timeout here. Ethan up top, needing another 3. Straight away, won't go. Long rebound. Connor Furman had it, lost it. Henry off his foot, I think, out of bounds. Yes.
You know, those are what you call a 50-50 ball, and the Knights have not been coming up with those, and they're lucky to get a break there that it got knocked away. But you got to rebound that and do something with it.
Cloth is out. Owen Nelson, 6'5", off the bench. A senior comes in. More length here inside for Dell Rapids. Trailing by 7 are the Knights with the basketball in the possession.
I'd really like to see the Knights go to Ethan Russell in the paint with the man who's guarding him. I think that'd be a nice matchup.
Haven't done it yet, have they? No. Connor Furman up top. Shot clock at 20. Malik
right there.
There he's open. Passed it up. Back up to Weaker. 14 on the shot. Pankinen hounding. Weaker now driving all the way to the rim. Floating shot falls in for Malik Weaker.
Malik just decided I got to make something happen here. Nice runner.
35-30, cutting the lead back to 5 here. Here's Pankinen. Furman defending. He'll fire again, Dave. Way downtown. I've never seen anything like it here at the arena. You'll have to go back a long way to find anybody shooting like that. My goodness.
You know, he missed his first few shots, and he has just been money.
20 points
nice
as Furman cuts in and gets fouled. 20 points on 4 threes for Pankinen. 8 of those 20 coming here in 3.5 minutes.
I don't think he scored in the first quarter. Henry did all their scoring early on and kind of looked like their main man, and he has really come alive.
Well, he is the difference maker in this one. An 8-point deficit. Free throws being clanked all over the arena here for the Christian Knights this afternoon. Furman missing one.
Yeah, they've missed 6 or 7 of their last 8.
Right. Missed another. We'd be tied if all the free throws go. I think we'd be about a tie ball game, Dave.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Pankinen, guard him at midcourt. Somebody, please. Here he goes down the sideline, right side. Brings it back out. Gets it right back.
He reminds me a little bit of Coach Rohrbach when he was
There he is
playing.
again. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. He's got ice in his veins.
He's given us our money's worth. There's no doubt about that.
23
points.
23 points. The kid is on fire. Timeout here on Hub City Radio. Pankinen has scored 11 points in 4 minutes, not even, here in the third quarter. He has 23, and the lead is the biggest here, 11, the biggest deficit for a night team in a long, long time. At least this year for sure, Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they need a bucket here. Russell's going to drive. Finger roll it good.
That's what I talked about earlier, posting him up. I think Ethan Russell can beat his man, especially with the floor spread out the way it is, and need to go to him.
Now Pankinen, he thinks he's Eric Klein from the 80s here at the arena. My goodness, I've never seen anything like it in a long, long time. Henry driving, scooping, no.
Knights switched up their D coming out and put Malik Weaker on.
I was telling you.
Pankin in here. We'll see what happens.
Wow. Yeah. Let's see what happens here.
Put a lefty on the lefty. Maybe they can read each other, make you read his mind better.
My goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threes. And he's the smallest guy on the court. He's 5'10". And he has lit it up here this afternoon. Weaker around a high screen. Keeps going. Feeding up top. Russell, he'll take the open three. Got to have it.
Bingo! You're going to get back in. You got to hit shots like that. And that's what they need.
Big time shot by Russell. He's got 5 here in the quarter. 41-35. Dale Rapids the lead. Furman now up top. Feed it over to Henry. Now Cloth back in the ball game. There is Pankinen up top. Weaker now defending beyond the red volleyball line. Have to keep him out there apparently. Pankinen drives into a triple. Feeds it back out to Henry up top. Shot clock rolling at 10. Baseline jumper. Tatum, he knocks in a 3.
Oh, nice look.
First jumper today.
If you're going to double and triple the ball, somebody's going to be wide open, and the Warriors made him pay right there.
Here's Malik trying to answer. It'll be short, won't bite. Rebound lost out of bounds. It'll stay with Aberdeen Christian, though.
Connor Furman really working hard inside, got position, and was going to get that board, and it got tipped away. Knights will retain possession.
Malik has a 3. Ethan a couple of threes now, and Jackson a 3 here for the Knights. Trailing 44-35 with possession. 2:36 to go in the third. Up top to Furman, now to Weaker, trying to drive inside, hangs. There's Jackson for 3. He'll drive, feet underneath Ellis Russell. Oh, he missed it. He missed it and caught the rebound.
Really another nice drive by Jackson and set Ellis up and just missed a shot.
These final 2 minutes are very crucial, aren't they, Dave?
They are. Pankinen just has single-handedly taken the energy out of the Knights' legs and changed the game.
Foul underneath on Connor Furman. Yeah, he's just changed the game in 3 minutes and 50 seconds in the third.
You know, going back, they went to that pick and roll halfway through the second quarter. Pankinen hadn't really scored and got 3 or 4 possessions in a row where they got something out of it, and he's been on fire ever since.
Look out, here he has it, the ball on the inbounds. Malik chasing. Can really handle the ball as well. Goes around a high defensive set and a body bump on the Christian Knights. So it'll be Dale Rapids ball, 44-35, 2:03 to go in the third. They lead with the basketball. Check our scores on the bottom of your television. SD Scores streaming here today. Keep you updated around South Dakota. A lot of big games. All the big guns are playing the Heritage Classic down at the Pentagon. Some A and B schools going on there as well. Packing it above the circle. Shot clock at 20. Jumper mid-range. Justice no. Offensive rebound picked up and kept alive by Chase Jones.
Knights played great defense and then didn't get the rebound.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him here. 1:37 to go in the third. Packing it again. Now Ethan Russell going to try it out top. He's at midcourt with 22 on the shot clock. Ethan closing. He'll give it off to Henry. Henry goes around a screen. Jackson cuts him off. Settles for a fadeaway 10-footer. No good. And Ellis climbs upstairs for the rebound. 44-35, a 9-point deficit. Biggest was 11. 41-30 after that 3 by Pankinen with 4:13 to go in the third. And another big possession here for Malik and the boys.
I'd really like to see the Knights hit Russell. I think he can score on his man here.
See if they'll drop it inside, Dave. Battling for position. Malik in the corner in trouble. What do they call that?
Kind of a moving screen, I think, on Connor there. It's going to be his 4th, too.
Right. In comes Tayden, who just hit the 3. Out goes Luke Randall at 6'5". Tayden is 6'6", and the length all over the court here.
Dell Rapids ran about a minute off the clock last time. Made the Knights play tough defense, and Knights don't even get a shot out of their possession, so kind of defeating there.
Here's a steal. Malik, yes. Took it away from Pankinen. Malik 3-on-1, takes it in, got fouled, and a chance at free throws that have been hard to sink here today. And Weaker has not been to the line. This will be 2. 35 seconds left in the third. So we're back here Tuesday night streaming the Ipswich Tigers, your old team, coming in.
Yeah, that should be a good one. They've got a good record. I think there's a good rivalry between those two schools, these two schools, Christian and the Tigers. That should be a good game.
We said this club's lost 15, 16 over the last 4 years. A lot of those down south maybe, and in the tournament, very few regional teams have beaten them. Ipswich is one of them a couple of years ago here at the arena, if I remember right.
They did a couple of years ago. They lost to Warner and Ipswich back-to-back, and that kind of lit the fire for that championship run team that went to the championship game.
2 free throws by Weaker.
Knights need a stop and maybe a score here to end this quarter.
Another steal would be great here for the Knights. Trailing by 7, but Pankinen has owned this quarter. At midcourt, they're pushing him nearly beyond the midcourt stripe now. Shot clock, game clock, a second differential. Pankinen now
going to pick up an offensive foul on number 44.
Setting a screen.
Kind of set a screen, but turned his shoulder just a little bit, and it's kind of been a point of emphasis the last 2 years. If you are not square, they're going to call that an offensive foul, and gives the Knight a little window here to pick up that last bucket like we were hoping for. A stop and a bucket.
A 3 would be huge, Dave. It'd be 44 to 40. Let's see if they'll go for the 3. Russell, way downtown, lets it go. No, long off the heel. And that's the end of 3 quarters here at the arena. Hankinen on fire. The Dell Rapids Couriers lead 44-37. We head to the 4th, streaming on Hub City Radio. We head to the 4th, Rob Waltman, Dave Palmer, courtside at the arena. Our numbers are not official, but the Knights have missed 7, maybe 8 free throws here, trailing by 7, David, to enter the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that is really, they're going to look back and they lose this game, and that's something that might haunt them. And you just can't be a championship team if you don't make your free throws.
14-12, Dell Rapids outscoring the Knights in that 3rd. We thought it was worse, Dave, just 2, though. But Pankinen went off for 3 threes and a deuce in the quarter.
Yeah, the last 12 minutes of the game, the Dell Rapids has really taken this game over.
Steal out top, Malik Pankinen, and Malik tackles him, gets the foul, trying to get that steal. So,
yeah, had the ball knocked loose and everything was going his way, and Pankinen just kind of slipped underneath him, diving for the ball, and it ended up being a foul. When Malik dived, he drove on top of him.
Pankinen the inbound. Every possession will be key now, defensively and offensively, obviously with a 7-point lead in this quality of a team here today. Jack Henry around a screen sent by Clough, throws it back out to Pankinen left side. He'll fire again, and he finally missed one. Ethan had the rebound. He lost it loose on the deck, and a mad scramble. Should be a jump ball. And it will.
Knights will get that possession in the alternating possession. That's too bad because they had that one. Should have had that one cleanly.
It's the first time he's missed in since the 2nd quarter, would you say?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I bet you he missed his first half dozen shots and made the next 12.
Right, yep. See what they'll set up here. I like what you're saying, Ethan driving. He did once, and it worked out beautiful. And here's Malik across the lane, sweeping shot, bouncing 3 times. It falls in for Weaker.
Tough shot, but that's a shooter's roll.
Oh, my goodness.
He truly is a shooter, and he got the roll on that one.
Here's a body bump by
Connors
Clough.
just fouled out.
Oh, he did. That was the opposite way. He did. All right. No. No. I thought it was on Claw. No. It's Connor.
Oh, I thought he had 5.
He's got 4. Okay. He's still in. Furman stays with 4. 6:43 to go. 44-39 Dell Rapids. Henry driving underneath. Left it short. Rebound by Connor Furman. Here comes Weaker. Screen set by Ellis. Weaker wants to drive. No. He's checked off on the baseline left side, dribbling with the right hand now. Henry defending, goes around a high screen set by Ethan Russell. Drives, no look underneath. There's Furman, and it's blocked, but he traveled. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Connor is really taking some pills today. He's struggling. Couple of travels. Another turnover. Timeout again. 6:18 to go. 5-point Warrior lead on Hub City Radio. What a game here at the arena. We are in the 4th. Rob and Dave, a 5-point lead, just a 2-possession game. Can the defense do it here today, Dave?
I think so. I mean, it's only a 2-possession game. The Knights are going to have to find a way.
Here's going to pull again. Pankinen, little guy, goes in the jungle, throws it up off the rim, won't go. Malik Weaker the rebound.
Knights are going to have to find a way to steal a couple of buckets here somewhere. Somewhere, somehow.
Jackson wants
there
the
we go.
entry.
That's what I wanted to see.
There you go. Fading. Ethan looks good. Crawls over the rim. No good. Long rebound. Stretched out arms of Cloth.
That's what I wanted to see, but not a 8 or 10 foot fadeaway. I wanted to see him take it aggressively at the basket.
Furman now defending with 4 fouls on Pankinen. He almost lost the ball. Almost got that 5th foul. Now Jackson will switch. Pankinen goes on Jack Henry. Or Pankinen, I should say, Connor goes on Jack Henry. Now Pankinen has it, throws it in the block. Catching is Justice. He'll shoot off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Malik Weaker again. Another chance, another possession.
Warriors have not scored as effectively, since the last few minutes here.
Hanging, throwing to Russell. He'll drive, he'll attack, and he'll be fouled with free throws. Oh, Malik, I thought he was in trouble under the hoop with nowhere to go.
Yeah, he just finds a way to find the open man. That's what I wanted Russell to do that last time. Take it right at the rack. You're just as good as the guy big that's 6'8". You got to do something with it, get something out of it. And here he did. He got a foul.
Can we make a free throw here today at the arena? Got it.
Just a 4-point game. Could be a 3-point game here coming out of it. It's just Knights picked up one there. They got one stop and are going to come back and answer. They just need to do that one more time.
Russell for a pair. Short. No. 8th free throw missed unofficially. Wow.
I would have wrote that one down as a make. I thought sure he'd make it.
This kid scares me at midcourt. My goodness. Here he is again. Pankinen gives it off to Henry. He'll drive into the teeth of the defense. Triple team taken away.
Got to make somebody else score. Somebody other than Pankerton, and they've struggled.
Now Malik wants isolation. Here he goes, down the lane with the left hand, trying to feed all the way. Oh, what a block by Cloth as he fed Furman on the opposite side, and a whistle blows. Connor may have just been tagged with his 5th.
Boy, that looked like the easiest bunny you were ever going to have.
Oh, my goodness, it did. What a setup, huh?
And the long arms of Cloth just came out of nowhere and blocked that shot.
What we talked about, 6'8", and the length, and now at the free throw line is Cloth.
And it's not like Connor Furman is a 5'10", 6-foot kid. He's a 6'4" kid with long arms.
Opportunity knocks again. Jackson, he'll drive this time. Throw it out to Clark, and a whistle before the pass.
Free throws are going to be an issue here down the stretch. They're going to be a factor for everybody as both teams are going to be in the bonus the rest of the way.
Yeah, that could decide this game already. It may decide it, but it could decide it if we keep sinking them or try to sink some here. So it's a 1-and-1, Dave.
What did the Dell Rapids have coming into this quarter? Did you write the quarter score down?
I did. 44 points. They
Okay,
have not scored.
They have not scored. That's what I was going to
correct.
say. It's been a little scoring drought here.
Jackson, a free throw. In and out.
Another one.
9 free throws missed here. Unofficially, 44-41, but still a one-possession game. 4:18 to go here at the Civic Arena. Pankinen around a high screen, keeps the bounce, keeps bouncing, drives inside, lost it. Cloth picks it up. He's in the lane forever. No whistle. Now Henry fires for 3. Oh, a huge shot.
They needed that one really bad. The Knights needed that to be a miss.
Jackson attacking all the way to the rim. Strong move by Jackson Isaacson.
That's the best way to score against a 6'8 guy. Just go hard, right at his chest, right to the rack. Make him have to make a decision. Am I going to put contact on you or not? And Jackson scored.
Beautiful play. Timeout on the court. 4-point Warrior lead. We'll be back. (47-43). Dell Rapids the lead and the basketball. First bucket by Dell Rapids a moment ago. Timeout. Here we go. Pankinen being doubled up top now, driving, backs off. Shot at 19, gets it right back. Jackson now locks up on him. He'll shoot from there. He will. Jackson lets him go to Caden Clark in the air. He feeds the ball left wing to Owen Nelson. Shot clock at 9.
Traveled.
Good defense. Henry now driving. Feeding out. There he is. Pankinen lets it go. Long. Won't go. Rebound. Should be a foul. Got to be
over the top.
Oh,
kind of
yes.
tipped it to himself. There wasn't a lot of contact, but definitely.
Oh, man. This is the juiciest game.
Always pick on big guys.
This is the juiciest game I've been involved in for a long time,
this is a lot of fun.
This is great.
You know, the thing is for the Knights, it's not a lot of drop-off the rest of the year. They got just a 3-loss team coming in Ipswich Tuesday, a Class A Roncalli Saturday, go down to the Corn Palace next Saturday for an awesome Hamlin team.
Absolutely. So Cloth is out with 4. Caden Clark now to the free throw line.
End up with Groton, too. They got a tough schedule down the stretch here.
Caden has not been there today. In and out, no good. Jackson hangs upstairs, rebound, running it down on the line. Can't say that he does, though, to Pankinen.
You can't hustle any more than Jackson Isaacson just did and not get the ball back.
Oh, boy. Foul up top. Dave, my numbers say that's the 10th free throw missed in our.
That's just unfortunate. I mean, you're going to look back and say that's the difference in the game.
I think so.
A huge difference.
Here's Pankinen. Why would he miss a free throw? My goodness. This is like a layup for him. But that's his first point in the fourth quarter. After going off for 11 in the third, now it's 24 points and counting.
You know, with Cloth not in the game, he missed one. With Cloth not in the game, the Knights are going to be able to attack down the middle like they'd like. You'd think they could do anything they want here.
Getting physical out there now. Caden Clark driving in, feeding up top. No, Pankinen has it. Malik is chasing. He'll get an easy layup the other way. 7 the lead.
Oh, and then
Another steal. Pankinen
Knights are gonna
again.
turn it over.
He missed it. Rebound underneath, taken. Shot blocked, and Ethan Russell and Caden Clark were there. Well, what a turnaround right there, Dave. Free throws now.
Like I said, with Cloth not in the game, you want to go attack that inside, and instead of doing that, the Knights were driving and kicking and turned it over and then hit the back of the backboard on the inbounds pass.
They had him where they wanted him a moment ago.
Yeah.
7 now the lead.
There's still 2:42 left.
Yes.
But definitely Dell Rapids in the driver's seat to finish this one off now.
Justice shooting, no. 3 threes away from the lead. Certainly that's possible with this crew. But in comes Cloth with 4 fouls, Dave.
Yep. It's just unfortunate they didn't attack the post when he was gone.
Missed them both. Long rebound, Caden Clark. So do you go quick here, Dave, and go for a 3? What do you do?
You got to go quick. I mean, you don't have to take a 3, but you just want to go quick.
You got to go quick, right to the rim. Oh, no, another bad pass. Jackson drove in. Ellis was zigging. He thought he was zagging. Out of bounds it goes. Just a miscommunication. So that's 3 very uncharacteristic turnovers by the Knights.
Oh, for sure. Well, and a good team will do that to you. They ran into a great team here today that has made them find some things out about themselves. Things you can get better, which is what you want to do.
Pankinen has it. Feeds back to Henry. He's wide open for 3. No. Another chance. Got a long rebound. Oh, man. Henry will drive in all the way. Ball loose. Caden Clark has it. And another chance here for the Knights. Here comes Malik Weeker. Weeker surveys and probes and draws the foul, going in on Justice for free throws with 2:05 to go. That'll send Malik to the free throw line. Good decision by Malik there, really.
Now it's not over. Got to make your free throws, and we're back to that situation again where you got to get 2 stops and 2 scores somehow.
No, far from over with this crew, that's for sure. But a little uneasy right now are the fans. It is a 1-and-1, and Malik does hit it. 14 this afternoon for Weeker. Lead is 6, so a 2-possession game. 2:05 on the clock. 14. He got it. No. Ethan Russell, the offensive rebound.
You got to make a play like that.
Can't stick it back. And the rebound, Dell Rapids. They had another chance. Another chance. And Pankinen has the basketball. We're under 2 to go. Another missed free throw. That would be number 11 here today. Boy, this could be.
Yeah, you can't. At some point, you're going to have to foul.
Yeah.
This late into this possession, you don't want to foul now. You want to go for a steal or a missed shot.
Here's a 3 baseline. Justice,
That's going to be off.
Rebound tap to Malik Weeker. Still time. 1.5 to go.
He's going to pull it here right away.
Weeker looking for a screen. There's his shot. Step back, short. Caden Clark taps it out. Jackson, long range, way downtown. That'll be short. This time, Dell Rapids the rebound and a foul. No, timeout. Timeout by Dell Rapids. So opportunities abound. We cannot capitalize. We are down by 6 here at the arena as we pause on Hub City Radio. A foul either way. It's 2 shots. Will they foul here, Dave, with 1:16?
If they don't get a steal right away, they will, yeah.
There it is. Jackson gets Henry.
Boy, and I was just looking at the roster. The Warriors have 8 seniors on this team. You know, we've been all year just going crazy. The Knights have 6.
Yeah.
You know, and that's amazing. But eight seniors on this team. I watched the JV game. They got some good young kids coming, so they'll be.
2
Continue
shots.
to be good.
Henry hits.
You know what? I know there's a 5th grader down there that's going to be a superstar someday, Will Price, for the Couriers.
Yeah.
So don't forget that. About 5 or 6 years, be paying attention.
He's the next guy. Okay.
He's the next guy coming.
2 free throws made. Weaker and the boys need some threes. Isaacson, here's the first one. Won't go. Long
Tapped
rebound,
inside.
tapped. It's still loose on the deck. It will be a timeout, Dell Rapids. No jump, no jump. They wanted a jump.
I think they called a foul.
Foul
Yep.
on the Christian Knights, huh? Well, they've outscored the Knights here in the quarter 9-6.
You know, and it was at one point in time, they only had they didn't score about for about 4 minutes in, and
We had it down to what, 3?
yeah, had it 3 or 4, and had a chance there.
8 the lead, so missed what, 2 or 3 threes at least in a row here. A couple of errant passes. Del Rapids missing free throws, but not that one. So it's
That's
9.
a 9-point game. This game has been a lot closer than the score might end up being, but that's just how it is.
Ethan Strong to the rim, got it. Timeout. Timeout. 7 is the lead as we pause here from Hub City Radio. .46, 56 seconds to go. And the Knights need threes and steals. There's the first steal. Malik Weaker probing, goes reverse. And he got fouled to stop the clock, Dave. Very big play.
Score without the clock running.
Wow. Well, wouldn't this be something? Wouldn't this be something?
I don't know. The Knights have dug a deep hole here. It would be something, yes.
I got dirt on my feet right now. That hole's getting bigger, right?
The hole the Knights are in is pretty deep.
Free throw good.
Well, one thing you got to say about this, we knew this Courier team was pretty good, but they are rock solid, aren't they?
Boy, they're solid. No doubt. Weaker.
You didn't even catch that, Rob. They're the Couriers. They work in the
That's a
rock.
good one. There's a steal, Dave. Jackson downtown.
That's
It's good. Yes. He drills it from the corner. And we got a game.
They're going to pick up a foul on the Knights here. Without any clock running, they're going to pick up a foul on Andrew Brennan.
2-point lead, a steal, 2 free throws, a 3. And this is not over, folks.
No matter what, you've got that chance to match a 3 to a 2 here. If they make the 2, you're back to a 2-possession game. Jackson kind of bending over. I think he took a shot.
I think so. 14 for Jackson, 16 for Ethan.
I can't imagine he's feeling any pain though.
Ankinen, wow.
We are getting our money's worth.
27 from the little man. 28, 42 seconds to go. 4-point lead, 55-51. Weaker in the lane, feeds out to Russell. Take it strong, no. He'll look for the 3. There's Malik, head fake. He's inside the arc, now baseline. Brennan, little stiff hand runner, won't go, and a rebound underneath. Caden Clark mugging Cloth. More free throws now. Well, they had another chance there.
Well, they had a chance there. They did.
That would have cut it to 1, Dave.
You know, both clubs here are really keeping their composure. There's been a lot of contact, a lot of guys going to the floor, physical game, emotional game, and guys are helping each other up, patting each other on the back. I mean, just quality character in both teams. I've been impressed by that here today.
Big fella.
Oh,
What?
that was one of those. Didn't look good, but it bounced in.
Well, still be a 2-possession game here. Couple of threes. Got them both. 57-51. Still chance. They've been getting steals. They'll have to get a good look at a three. Russell, way downtown, going to be short. Out of bounds. Yep.
Man, I think the Couriers got away with one there. I think
so.
that was tipped off number 24.
It sure looked like it.
He's got guilt written all over him. But it doesn't matter. 6-point game, 22 seconds left. Knights are going to have to force a steal on the inbounds play.
Now the quick foul. There it is. And Justice will shoot free throws. 57-51. Well, we got our money's worth, as you said. That's for sure. And the Knights, I don't know. I expected this to go right down to the wire, but we're going to come back, Dave. I hate to say it. We're going to come back and look at them free throw shooting stats today.
We are.
Among other things, but that will pop
We
up.
are, and you're going to come back to the fact that middle of the second quarter, the Dell Rapids made some adjustments and had to get Pankin into the flow of the offense, and they went to that high screen and roll and scored about 10 points going into the quarter, and then carried that momentum into the third, and that really was the difference. And then, the Knights shot themselves in the foot with free throws.
They did. Pankin 28. Brennan fires a three, won't go. That's going to do it here at the Civic Arena. Pankin has it. They won't call the foul. 59-51 is our score. The Knights suffer their first defeat in the 15-game win streak dating back to the Bees. Over 14 in a row this year.
Yeah, what a good game.
What a game. All right, Dave, we'll see you Tuesday night here. Thank you. Job well done.
Fun to call a good game. Good quality team. It's be interesting to see how Dell Rapids does the rest of the year. They got that tough Dakota Valley team to play later in the year, see how they match up. And the Knights, maybe this is something that takes a little pressure off them and helps them recover. Everybody says that. You lose one and it takes the pressure off. I don't know. I don't think you want to do that. You want to be undefeated and stay strong. But definitely some things to grow from and get better at. Big game coming in Tuesday, though, Rob.
Ipswich coming in, and then Hamlin a week from tonight at the Corn Palace. And Roncalli's mixed in the middle of that.
Tuesday, Roncalli. Thursday over at Roncalli. That'll be a tough one. These boys co-op with them in the fall, and so everybody knows everybody real well. Play football together, and then that Hamlin game Saturday, and then right back with
Langford, I think.
Yeah, Langford, and then end up with Groton. So three more Class A schools, and then conference foe in Ipswich.
Be interesting on Monday when the polls come out how they'll view this. Everybody else, what will they do? I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter, but I'm curious.
Aberdeen Christian thumped White River really hard. Mm-hmm. And all they did was throw them into two.
I know.
You could have thrown them 2 or 3 spots down. So they
didn't penalize them much.
I doubt they'll hold this against Christian. I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. Seat points are where it's at.
Yep.
Ultimately, and we talked this great schedule that these three coming this game as far as seed points goes is 41 points with this loss, which is the same as a win against a losing Class B school.
Correct.
So it really doesn't hurt you bad. It would have been nice to get 52, obviously, but with these 3 remaining A games and Ipswich with the winning record they have, this really isn't going to hurt that much. Other than it hurts to lose.
It stings. It stings. That's what it will. That'll be the worst part, right?
Easy for me to sugarcoat it, but those boys are hurting.
They are. 13 from Isaacson today, 16 from Ethan Russell, 14 from Malik Weaker, and 4 from Caden Clark. So just 4 guys score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys unofficially for the quarters, led by 28 from Pankin. He took over the third quarter.
Yeah, credit to Dell Rapids that the big kid in the middle really affected the Knights' offense throughout the game. I mean, he changed some shots. He took Caden kind of out of the offense, altered some shots. That one drive where Connor Furman had that wide open layup, that would have gave us the lead or tied it. Tighter gave the lead, and instead we're going the other way.
Well, we'll wait Matthew and get his thoughts. I'm sure he'll be a little bit, but we'll come back and record that and post that. So Our final here is 59-51. Dell Rapids goes to 13-2, and the Knights, their first loss. They are now 14-1. For Dave and Rob and Talmadge, we'll be back in a moment here as we stream on Hub City Radio. All right, on the post game, Matthew Robach with us here in a 59-51 Dell Rapids win. Coach, well, your thoughts after that one tonight? What a good team they are.
Yeah. I mean, hats off to Dell Rapids. They are a quality ball club, and so sorry, trouble with the mic here. You picking me up or no? Is that better?
No, we are.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, hats off to Dell Rapids. They're going to be rated in the top 5 before I think I actually said that coming into the ball game. I said I was surprised they weren't rated, and not just because they beat us, but I think they will be just before the end of the season. They exposed some things, definitely things that we need to work on. Our finishing was unfortunately very poor tonight, and free throw shooting was very poor. And we try to pride ourselves on the little things like getting boards, making free throws, winning the assist battle, things like that. And tonight, those were not strengths, and unfortunately, when you don't do the little things, you're not going to win these tight ball games where you're facing a club that's equally as talented as you.
Yeah, I agree. The thing that really stuck out to me is I knew Pankinen was a 1,000-point scorer and a possible college athlete going to Jamestown, and he just didn't show that to me in that first quarter.
Yeah.
And I kept questioning. I said, I think I misheard, or whatever. And they went to that high ball screen action with him, and it just changed the game. And I don't know if he just needed to hit a shot and get going, but he's just kind of an unconventional player that really changed the game.
Yeah.
In that second and third quarter. The fourth quarter, you handled him well, and just that late second quarter, third quarter, he was a load for you guys.
Yeah, we were winning the battle in the second quarter. First quarter was even, and second quarter we had gotten off kind of to a hot start. I think we were up 18-12, and then we just finished that quarter just very poor. Unfortunately, some dumb fouls, getting guys to the free throw line, kind of being a little bit too handsy, and then bringing it over to Pinkin, and he really, he's that second half or the first half he ended it strong, and he kind of carried it over to the third quarter. And, you miss a couple of assignments, and he hit some really tough shots. He's a good player. And that was kind of the difference in the ball game. We fought back in that fourth quarter there with a couple of the steals at the end, but unfortunately it just was a little bit too late.
Yeah. The thing we've noticed with the Knights over the years, they have a will to win that is above and beyond anything I've ever seen, and they just find a way to do it. And in the back of my, Rob said, "Can they do it?" And I said, "Nah, this is too deep a hole." And I no more than said that, and you guys were down a possession, and really you had some opportunities.
We did. Yeah, Brennan had a great look on the baseline there, but I mean, basketball's, it's funny like that. You just shots that you think are going to go, free throws you think they're going to go, they just don't. And hats off to Dell Rapids. They just made a few more plays than we did.
Yep. Well, it's I want to say it's not going to get any easier. I think this is probably one of the toughest teams you'll play all year, but your schedule doesn't get any easier. You got 3 Class A schools coming up here. That's going to be a rivalry game with Roncalli.
Yep.
And that Ipswich is a rivalry game. They got a nice record coming in Tuesday night. There a lot of seed points for you guys to pick up in this last couple of weeks of the season. I mean, I would think it's not going to be hard to get these guys motivated and come back Tuesday.
No, we still have that one game, one practice approach, and we're excited to have a good practice on Monday and excited to have a good game on Tuesday. The reality is this is a huge learning experience for our ball club. I didn't sign up for this season to go 26-0 like every coach wants to. Of course you want to go 26-0 and just win every single game and have no adversity, but that's not the way sports works. And for us to win a state tournament, maybe we needed to get a loss tonight, and that's just the way it goes. So we're going to be facing Ipswich on Tuesday and Roncalli on Thursday, and then obviously Hamlin on Saturday. But truthfully, we're just excited to get better. And tonight, we unfortunately weren't the best team, and that's something that we try to pride ourselves on is, can your best beat our best? And tonight, their best beat our best, and we need to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I definitely. Rob and I were talking. There's a lot of things for. I mean, they exposed some things that teams aren't going to expose. You're going to see some 6'8" kids coming up here, big kids like that, and potentially in the state tournament.
Yeah.
You know,
they athletically matched us tonight, and it showed. And unfortunately, we just didn't get enough of finishing possessions, whether that was all 5 guys rebounding or all 5 guys filling lanes, because that big guy he blocked some shots and he caused some problems, and unfortunately he just kind of got us out of our game a little bit tonight, and we just can't allow that to happen here later in the season.
One more thing I want to ask you, or just comment on, is I called the Northwestern game the other night, and just the last couple of weeks, Jackson Isaacson is just elevating himself. It looks like.
What did he have tonight?
I had him, Matthew, for 15 or 16.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He was. I thought he played a great ball game, like you said.
He's playing with so much confidence, and he's played that role of being your best defender, and he's honestly he's you want to say he really is your third option, but sometimes your third option can be your best option, and I've been so impressed with his play and his leadership, and I just wonder what you think about that or what you see with him.
Oh, he's a great kid to coach, and just a great kid and a great leader, and his growth from this year to last year too. He's not doing too much, like you said, but I also think that he's expanded in some areas. If you go back and watch the film, I'd like to point out, I think it was at the end of the third quarter, Russell didn't make the shot, but that left-handed pass he had to Ethan was ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's not many kids that can make a pass like that, and so just he's putting in the time, he's working on his ball handling, and he's trying to become kind of more of that 2-guard role more versus maybe that third guard, and hats off to him because he's been great, and he's a great leader on the team, and I'm glad he's on our squad. I can tell you that.
You bet.
Yep.
Should we ask him, did you shoot that deep, Matthew, back in the day? Were you out there in 30-foot-ish? I'm sure you did.
He hit one from that white volleyball line.
I don't think that – I remember hitting a few shots in a row, but it felt like he hit 5 in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just did when he hit those deep ones. So we just need to do a better job of maybe executing the game plan just a little bit more. But, again, you're not going to see many kids shoot that 40-footer.
He's a unique talent.
He's very unique
talent.
Yeah. And you can make a case that his run that he had won them the ball game. And that's the way basketball goes sometimes.
Yeah. Yep.
It just is. I mean, Malik could have easily had a 3 in a row too, but that's just Ethan as well. And sometimes they just don't go.
I remember coaching you, and you were the same way. You just made people scratch their head and said you're just a unique talent. And
well,
that happens.
It's funny because we're probably about the same height. Maybe he's a little taller. I don't know. But it is strange because you really can't get used to guarding somebody like that because there's nobody on your team that you really have that is like him. So kind of a unicorn in this Class B area. And
when he shot in the third quarter, when he hit those 3 threes in a row, and the first one was really deep, were you expecting he would shoot that deep?
We actually was.
You knew he would.
And I'm not here to call on any kids because it was more than one kid, but you're just not used to it.
No.
You're just not. And we had talked about it pregame, but the reality is you're just not used to it. I mean,
you're used to the red line.
Yeah, exactly.
The
red
yellow
line. The red line. But the white line is not.
White. Yep.
Is not something that you're used to, and so I'm not going to nitpick because the reality is I probably would have gotten scored on there too if he would have hit that shot. It's just the way it goes.
I said it was Eric Klein, and back in the day, that's how deep he was shooting.
Was he Eric Klein was shooting that deep?
I saw a game where he was shooting deeper than that to bring him back.
Well, sometimes you can't get a shot off if you don't shoot that deep.
Yeah.
Because when you hit a couple in a row, everybody's looking at you.
Yeah, he'd come across midcourt and he'd get into the corner and just let it go. And it was unbelievable. So,
yeah.
Wow.
Our producer is just going. He's rolling his hand and he's saying, "The meter's running. The meter's running, Rob. Shut her down."
You pay the bill.
Well, thanks for calling it tonight, guys. And
you bet. Keep it rolling, man.
Yep.
Keep your head up.
Unfortunately, that's life. You lose some basketball games, and we just got to get better. If we don't get better, though, then it's going to be.
Yeah, it could be ugly.
It's not going to be something that's a good thing. So we got to make sure that this is a good thing.
I'll watch the film, and I'll get back to you, break everything down for you like always.
Perfect. Sounds
See you
good.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Matt.